The Cold War wasn't a sudden explosion. It gradually crept into our lives. The United States and the Soviet Union stood as superpowers, shaping global geopolitics. This conflict was more than just red versus blue. It transformed global dynamics. For many, especially Black professionals, the Cold War isn't just history. It represents a pivotal moment. It's when the U.S. showcased its strength while neglecting internal issues. After World War II, the U.S. emerged as a dual force. Europe was in ruins, while the Soviet Union surged. The U.S. held nuclear power and leadership. The world turned into a chessboard with NATO on one side and the Warsaw Pact on the other. This bipolar structure was based on fear, not friendship. The divide involved belief systems, democracy against dictatorship. Yet during this time, the U.S. grappled with its own issues, like Jim Crow laws. The American flag signified freedom abroad but often covered contradictions at home. Capitalism became America's story during the Cold War. It wasn't just an economic model, it was a global brand. The U.S. government actively promoted capitalism as a way to counter communism. Products like Coca-Cola and films from Hollywood became tools for persuasion. Agencies like the USIA facilitated cultural exchanges. They sent iconic Black musicians abroad to present America's progress, while these artists dealt with discrimination at home. This juxtaposition raised questions about the true nature of American freedom. The Cold War saw no direct U.S.-Soviet conflict. Instead, countries like Vietnam and Afghanistan became battlegrounds. Proxy wars allowed superpowers to engage without direct confrontation. The U.S. often backed regimes with questionable ethical standings, prioritizing opposition to communism. This expansion of power raised significant concerns. Some viewed the U.S. as a liberator, while others saw it as an occupier. Both perspectives hold truth. Cultural influence played a crucial role in the Cold War. The U.S. exported ideas, engaging in what is known as soft power. Universities welcomed international students, promoting American ideals. Yet this cultural front revealed contradictions for Black Americans. Jazz musicians and athletes were symbols of excellence, while the civil rights movement shed light on harsh realities. Dr. King's powerful words emphasized the struggle for justice, challenging American narratives. By the 1980s, the U.S. dollar became a tool of economic influence. Institutions like the IMF and World Bank emerged as means for geopolitical strategy. Aligning with the U.S. brought benefits, straying risked sanctions. However, this economic reach came at a cost. Structural adjustment policies often harmed developing nations. America faced its own challenges, grappling with economic inequalities while the Soviet Union faltered. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 signaled change, but the Cold War's legacy endures. Military alliances, nuclear arsenals, and cultural narratives still influence our world. For Black professionals, this legacy offers both challenges and opportunities. The Cold War forged a complex American power. It was expansive yet fraught with contradictions. This history shapes how we operate today. As we navigate our roles globally, understanding this past is crucial. How we see ourselves shapes how others see us. Recognizing our heritage empowers us in a world influenced by past conflicts. Embrace the lessons and engage with the future. Understanding this history helps foster a better tomorrow. To know more about this, visit statenewsletter.com.